we're going to be unpacking this video from the Good Liars at CPAC 2025. As you guys know, this is no longer about the Republican Party. This is all about MAGA. So we're just going to be breaking this video down where the Good Liars just expose the sheer stupidity of MAGA and the now Republican Party. Let's dive in.
Do you actually work for ICE?
No, not at all. Nope.
Explain the outfit.
It's $29.99 on Amazon. I would recommend buying a small if you're my size. This one's a little too loose for my liking. But yeah, if you want some entertainment, wear this and go to a Home Depot in a sanctuary city like where I live right now, Washington, D.C., and you'll see all the illegals. Not all of them, but you can maybe see a lot of them start to run away, and you feel like a group fitness instructor. It's really good.
And you actually think that's funny?
I think it's hilarious, absolutely. What's not funny is them illegally...
There you have it, everybody. One of the worst people I've seen here at CPAC, and that's saying something. Appreciate it.
Like, straight away, you can already tell what type of video this is going to be, and I haven't watched this yet. I'm actually watching it and unpacking it along with you guys. But to take a situation like immigration, a lot of people, as we know, flee their country, you know, because they want a better opportunity, they want a better sort of life. To take something like that and turn it into a joke, it just shows. And you can take a look and you can see that guy in the video. That's a small man, a very, very small man, very, very small human being. But no doubt we're going to see a lot more of those as we go through the video.
We are here at CPAC 2025, and just yesterday, the President of the United States took the stage here, wielding a chainsaw, saying he was going to cut through the bureaucracy.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
And then,
like, guys, even just look at that image. I still do not understand how Americans allowed a man like Elon to be in such a powerful position. A South African who is literally making real life decisions on how Americans are going to live. Wild.
letting out a squeal. And then tomorrow, Donald Trump's going to speak here. So a lot of exciting events here at CPAC.
And so you would vote for Donald Trump in a third term?
Yeah, I think I would.
And what do you think about the Constitution?
I'm a constitutionalist.
What about the 22nd Amendment that would prohibit him from running for a third term?
Yeah, it would. I would bother me, but.
But you would still get your vote.
You would still get my vote.
Would you like to see?
Honestly, as a guy that lives over the pond, yeah, a lot of the time, especially going through the election when it was happening, leading up, I wanted Kamala to win. I haven't really got a dog in the fight. Well, I actually have got a dog in the fight because there's better relations between the country where I live and America. Obviously, when somebody sane is in the White House. But I was taking a look at just a lot of different things and just thinking to myself, how are these people how are these people in power? How are these people the ones that are making the decision on who is going to be voted into the White House? It's beyond me.
Donald Trump run for a third term?
Of course.
Would you like to see Donald Trump run for a third term?
No. George Washington, when he first began his presidency, people were afraid that he would basically become a monarch, and some wanted him to be because that's kind of what they knew.
Do you think that would be a bad thing if there was a monarchy here in America, I assume?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Donald Trump recently...
I mean, finally someone with a little bit of sense, but somehow I have a feeling it's not going to last long.
Posted "Long Live the King." Mm-hmm. What do you think about that?
I think he's excellent at trolling, and I think a lot of people. I think that.
But is that like funny for the president to be like?
Rhetoric?
Yeah, there you go. You took the words out of my mouth a little bit.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
But do you think that having a king goes with the American way of life?
It's just like they calling Elvis the king. King of rock and roll. Michael Jackson's the king of rock and roll. What's the difference? He's the king of the presidency for us.
He's the king of the presidency.
He is the king of presidency, and I believe that's what he was referring to, and he is our king.
And that's playing to the top of your intelligence. You don't think he meant that he was the king?
No.
Would you like to see Donald Trump run a third time?
Certainly, I think constitutionally he can do that if he chooses.
He can run for a third term?
As far as I know, there's if it's non-contiguous terms, it's sort of one of those nether worlds.
You'd be in favor of them changing the Constitution for him to run for a third term?
Yeah, unless he turns into a Biden after 3 years, then no.
Would you be in favor of abolishing the Second Amendment?
No.
What about people who say, like, oh, there's been all these school shootings, mass shootings? We need to do something
Give
about the second.
everybody a gun.
Just give everybody a gun? That's the solution?
Yeah, that's the solution.
As a Brit, I've never understood the thought process with guns over there. I've never really understood it. It's something that confuses me. But it's just safe to say these guys, it's a cult, isn't it? It really is a cult. MAGA is a cult. I feel like ever since the Orange God has started running and literally been involved in politics, I feel like so much people's common sense has just gone out the window.
It's you can't stop illegals, people. I mean, having an illegal gun, except with, and the only way to defend yourself is with a legal gun.
Should teachers be strapped?
If I were a teacher, I'd be strapped.
What about a preschool teacher?
We don't know who's going to shoot those little kids, so yes.
What about a priest?
You know, that's up to the priest, isn't it?
We have 18.
Now, one thing that you notice is that, and this is something I've seen consistently, as MAGA is questioned, you can literally start to see them figuring out in their head, I am making absolutely no sense, but I'm going to continue anyway.
Million people on Social Security over 100 years old. People 200 years old, 250 years old.
Did you read about that though?
Stuff.
Did you read about that? How they were interpreting the code wrong, and that there actually weren't those people?
I don't think so. I don't think that's right.
Okay.
You know, everybody.
But why? Why do you think
about this stuff for years?
You think they were lying, but Elon not lying?
Exactly.
Okay. Them bad, Elon good.
Yeah, he has no reason to lie. He has as much money. He didn't have to. He used to be a Democrat. He didn't have to vote and help Trump get elected.
So all the other people who were saying Elon's bad, Elon good.
Yes.
Do you think things have been distilled and simplified too much for Americans? It's almost like being spoon-fed. You know, this is right, this is wrong. People are falling in line a little too easily in this administration.
No, because we can believe what's happening.
Steve Bannon yesterday did like a little bit of a salute. It almost looked like he was doing a Roman salute or a Nazi salute.
And
you did a little smile afterwards.
Well, he's not a Nazi, so get over it. It's probably a hand gesture.
Fight, fight, fight!
Wow. MAGA. Wow. That's all I can say.
What were your thoughts on Elon Musk's hand gesture?
It's the same thing. He is not a Nazi.
That's a gotcha.
It's the.
Would you do that gesture right now?
Hi.
There you go.
But it goes. The hand goes to the chest beforehand.
Oh, love you.
That didn't feel a little weird?
He was saying from my heart.
Okay.
These people, man, I cannot believe this is real life. Like, this doesn't even make any sense. Why are they bending over backwards so much just to try and defend this foolishness? Beyond me.
Okay. Oh, well, you just did it there.
Yeah. That's not a Nazi salute.
Like, even if we just go back a little bit, you literally see the woman. Like, let me go back a bit. You literally see the woman's face as he walks past. Look to the woman on the left that walks past on the left.
Oh, well, you just did it there.
Yeah. That's not a Nazi salute.
Even she's looking concerned, but this guy. Oh wow.
Salute.
I felt slightly uncomfortable when you did it, but that's fine. Shit happens, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Just as a Jew, just World War II was like, whoa, so many millions of people, and so when people are doing the Nazi salute in one of the major parties, I'm kind of like, whoa, this is a dystopian hellscape. I'm saying it feels a little dystopian when it's like, oh, they were joking, or they just waved wrong or something.
It's like it goes out with my heart.
Yeah, there you did it again. All right.
What don't you like about Lindsey Graham?
Well, he is working every day to scuttle Donald Trump's America First and MAGA agenda. I mean, openly supporting Zelensky while Donald Trump's having a public feud with Zelensky.
Running around the stage, richest man on earth, running around the stage with a chainsaw, making weird, like, squealing, squeaking noises. And then, he did an interview with his sunglasses on, and he was just kind of, was it strange or no? Was it normal to you?
No, it was not strange. It was unique.
Yeah, because a lot of people are saying it's kind of like, kind of a dystopian hellscape right now, because you have the richest man on earth who's now has a very important position in the government and is just awarding himself a bunch of money, firing hardworking people, and everyone's celebrating it. And he's running around on stage with a chainsaw.
We should be celebrating that because there's so much waste in the government.
So it's not a dystopian hellscape.
Do you think the Bible should be taught in public schools?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they teach communism and the Communist Manifesto, and they teach evolution. And
but should it
why
be,
wouldn't we learn things?
Should it be
the Bible?
Should it be taught as a history book, a science book?
So hold on. You're.
So one of the things I've kind of noticed about MAGA is if someone important in the MAGA movement, or whatever it's called, has a talking point, it doesn't matter what's said, it doesn't matter what's done, literally everybody literally has to take on board that exact same talking point. Like, why is that actually a thing? I don't get it. I don't get it. None of these guys think for themselves, do they?
Fan of government education in general. I think government education should be entirely abolished.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So no more public schools.
Correct, because it's a plank of the communist platform, like 10th or 11th plank, overtly. Why are we running Communist Manifesto planks as part of our policy here on this soil?
So you want to just get rid of public schools altogether?
I'm a former public school teacher. Absolutely, get rid of the public schools.
Was there an experience you had at public school that made you feel that way?
They're entirely failed.
Okay.
And then I opened charter schools. They are entirely failed. And then I worked in private Catholic schools and other private parochial schools. They're entirely failed. Why? Because they're all accredited by the same people, and they're commies. They're godless commies who hate America.
Everyone involved in the education system?
These guys mention God so much, and it's crazy because the two people that lead their party, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, these guys are the furthest thing from anything to do with God. The absolute furthest thing from anything to do with God. It's crazy.
Some United States are godless commies?
The people who run the accreditation processes.
Okay. So what do you think about the H-1B visa?
No comment.
You mean like Elon Musk?
Yeah.
It's not going to be popular opinion, but I think America deserves the best of the best, and we can find the best outside. Welcome to America.
Did you guys see what just happened there? The lady that he first asked the question to, she has her back to the camera because she doesn't want to be exposed. Because the reality for a lot of these people is they don't know what they're talking about. They don't have a clue about the majority of it. That's why we're seeing so many people now that voted for Donald Trump coming out crying because the policies that Trump is now enacting is actually hurting these individuals. And that's the reason as to why she walked away. Now you've got this lady here who clearly is somebody who isn't born in the United States of America. But one of the things I always say, and when me and my dad are speaking about politics here in my country, or even we speaking about the politics in America, I always say to my dad, why is it that the normal everyday working people are constantly voting against their own interests? This is a lady who is most definitely voting against her own interests. Okay? If MAGA had the opportunity, she would not be in the country. But she's standing there, massive smile on her face at CPAC, wearing a Make America Great Again hat. Mental.
Oh, come on. That was a foul.
What?
That was a foul.
What are you talking about?
That was a foul. Come on, blow the whistle. You got pardoned by Donald Trump?
Did get pardoned on top of Supreme Court throwing away my only felony. They said it was wrongfully, which basically means politically applied. So, yeah.
So, how did it feel when you heard that Donald Trump is going to be pardoning you for your actions on January 6th?
I mean, I knew it was coming, especially being...
Oh, wow. So this guy, makes sense. This is the guy from the start of the video. He's a January 6th, one of the guys that was at the Capitol wreaking havoc and making history for one of the worst days in American history. It all aligns. It doesn't surprise me for him to be that type of person.
Being a nonviolent, participant, but I just wasn't too concerned. I mean, I was already looking at a pretty nice hefty check for the wrongful imprisonment from the felony getting dismissed, but the surprise came with the dismissal from the DOJ, which of course you could argue, well, that's because Trump's putting his people in. Well, doesn't matter, We won the election, and this you'll like this probably because I can tell which side you're on. But I think a lot more lives would have been saved if an actual insurrection had taken place. It's just unfortunate that a real one didn't happen. But you know what? Maybe Trump is more prepared this time to make up for a lot of the stuff that Biden has done. But I think it's gonna be tough. He needs a lot of band-aids, and there's lots of damage to undo.
Do you feel like
when I hear people like him, it makes my blood boil. And you know what it is? A lot of MAGA, a lot of these people, they literally encompass everything about them being like Donald Trump. Donald Trump's that type of person, done something wrong, literally will act like he's done absolutely nothing wrong. He was wrongfully done by, and they've got that cheeky kind of smirk on their face and kind of smutting. I absolutely hate it. And a lot of MAGA do it. It makes my blood boil. But let's go around.
Do you have kind of a second life now that you got pardoned by Donald Trump?
I think the potential, what I'm hearing from some of my friends, the reason I'm choosing up Northwest New Jersey is I've talked to some business partners that are January 6 defendants, business owners that have been out for a while. And I was sharing a concern with them, hey, as a January 6 defendant, I'm scared I might scare away some customers. Should I hide my identity in the business and make like a little Delaware S corporation, or maybe get a partner and put it in their name instead? And he says, no. You might scare away the occasional this person or that person, but what you get when you find the Trump supporters, and they're increasing their support for us. When you share, hey, I have a business, they're
massive lie. As reporting has came out this week that Donald Trump's poll numbers is down.
Extremely loyal customer base, and they'll go get 10 customers for you, and they'll tip you great, and blah blah.
That is one thing I probably actually would give them. MAGA go hard, so it's probably true. They probably will go and get 10 other MAGAs.
Blah. I mean, so I'm not even gonna have to hide my name. Well, we'll test it out, but they haven't.
And what is your first and last name?
Brandon Fellows. Yes.
And so you were pardoned by Donald Trump. Now you've got the ICE immigration shirt. What are you doing with that?
What am I doing? I mean, hey, it's a good political statement. Get lots of compliments from it. I gotta say, you're the first guy today that didn't like it in here.
Have you seen the young generations now? Like, they have no accountability whatsoever. My kids, I have 3 kids. I can't even get them to pick up the trash and throw in the trash can.
You can't even get them to put the trash in the trash can.
No.
What do you think that comes down to? Leadership?
Yeah.
And if you could give a message to Donald Trump, what would it be?
Thank you for doing what you do. Every day feels like Christmas. Every day feels like Christmas now. It feels even better than the first time. So.
Are you worried that you're going to get arrested for impersonating?
I was just over at the Capitol press conference with my friends, the Capitol Police, who were so kind to me that day. Thank you for welcoming me in and being kind to me. But I was next to them.
They didn't welcome you in.
They did. I got a 28-second clip for you.
Inside the Capitol?
Yeah, I was inside. Went into my friend Jeff Merkley's office, put my feet up on his desk, and smoked a doobie. That was maybe not so good, but
Wait, you smoked weed in a congressman's office?
I didn't know it was a congressman's office, but they were smoking weed next to officers, and they were like, "Oh, it's legal." And I thought the police were just like, "Screw it," Kind of felt like a Boston Tea Party, and in the moment I was like, "Well, that's not a big a deal." Oh, it's on my TikTok.
People like this guy, I think, is what's going to be the problem for the Democrats. Young male voters like him that I wouldn't even want to see his group chat. I wouldn't even want to see his group chats at all. I wouldn't be surprised, but I wouldn't even want to see his group chats. But people like him are what's going to be the massive problem in the future for Democrats in terms of winning over the younger generation.
Oh, wait, you're talking about January 6th or today?
No, it's a January 6th video.
We are here at CPAC 2025. Now, yesterday, some Proud Boys, some other January 6th participants were kicked out. But here at CPAC, they've come to their senses. And as you can see behind me is Stuart Rhodes, I believe, who was convicted of sedition, I think. But now here at CPAC, being celebrated and embraced. Truly an American dream story.
Wow, absolutely embarrassing, but no surprise whatsoever. No surprise. MAGA just continue to just show themselves to be an embarrassment. No spine, no backbone, and just members of a massive cult. But let me know what you guys think about the video. Let me know. Is there anything I've missed? Why is it that MAGA are the way that they are? I'm just a guy over the pond who's just curious. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below the video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.